to your hip. Back up. Keep your hips straight. Everything straight. Ready? Sit back and tight. Sit back and get ready. And getting tired? Stay really deep. Yeah, that's a better push. Make sure all your weights in the push you're sliding on. Oops, not bad. 2 more, ready? 1. Make sure you push. 2. That's better. The center of my foot is where my pressure is. I want to come straight down like it. My feet haven't changed. Right there. Okay? Hips are tucked. If I'm too far forward, or my hips are up, change the angle, now I'm on my toes. So all my pressure's right here. Okay? Sit back a little more, comes back here. Sit too far back, fall back. Okay? You want to come straight down over your side. So, I mean, this ideally should be your position right here. Wherever you feel flat on your foot, you're activating your glute here, and your hamstring are all working at the same time. Too far back, you're using one arm or the other. Too far forward, you're using the glute. Okay? You're using the glute muscle. You're just coming down right there over your skates. You're just getting ready to jump up in the air. You want to do like this. You kind of see where you're getting more air in, your eyebrows. Okay? Stand. Good. Come over. Circle. Down and push to it. Circle. Down. Push to it. Nice and smooth, okay? So nice and relaxed right here. Right here, nice and relaxed. Go down and push to it. Down, push to it. We're going to go 6 more pushes, get as deep as you can. Right? Nice position. 1. There you go. 2. That's it slow. 3. 4. 5. Last one. Go. Shoot. My bad. You can't follow me on everything I do. Okay, last time. Here we go.
Like I feel it, and you know, it's just.
It's going to take time. Like I said, it's put you half an hour on this thing straight. Just half an hour. Straight. Just not easy one take because I wanted to be able to stay down. So think of coming around here. Almost like there's a line across here where you're dragging a cord, you know, with a metal piece of washer or something that's dragging. And you don't want that to either sag or you don't want it to come up, you know, nice and level. Just line across. Turn this nice and stay up there. Come down. Think about pushing the lower body across. So when you get to here, there's the wall, there's the line. You're pushing this all across this leg, not this leg. This leg all the way to get here, then you're on this leg. So this angle should never change. Once you get to here, right there, it should never change. Your push never go further out than what it is right here. You're sliding that push across. That way you're gliding. Same thing over here. You land, come over your hip, same thing. Come right here, and all of a sudden you're pushing this part's disconnected from this part. This is solid. That's going to extend. You just push across. An object is pushing across the slide. Okay? Yeah. Your feet look, your hips are underneath really well. Sitting back right here.
What are your favorite slideboard workouts? The ones that when you were competing you did all the time, or did you just use it for technique?
I did a lot of slideboard in the beginning of the year for technique. Just for stuff like we just did, lying up, making sure that I knew what it felt like again to be fully extended with my hip over.
Yeah.
And my chest over my knee and everything.
Right.
Towards the time we started racing, we used to do this thing where we do like a minute on, a minute off, and then 30 seconds on, a minute off, but 30 seconds was really intense. I had to have Bart stand on the board, and it was explosive. And I call it like my Adna drill in a way, because I always thought of how Adna skated.
Oh my gosh, that's a good person to picture. Yeah.
That's how I picture in my mind, because he would always, in the last lap, it's like he even got deeper.
Yeah.
So I could see him in my mind, down the straightaway, just like,
yeah.
And I would get down as deep as I could, and Bart would sit on it, and I would just hit, I would hit the board as hard as I can, like right here, and feel like that, and just,
And you
taking my hips underneath, and really feeling everything. But if he got off the board, it would slip out and I'd fall.
Right.
So he had to make sure he stood on it. And then the other ones were just kind of, like technical rhythm stuff where my arms were swinging, but I was more about feeling this part where I compress and
right. So
that rhythm.
So you were picturing a skater who did something really right as you were doing it.
I did that all the time. And sometimes for my turns I would use Johnny Romy. Johnny always had his hips tucked. You could really see his hips tucked underneath. He always stood high, and our body mechanics were the same. But I liked the fact that you'd see when he pushed, he'd actually tuck his hip underneath.
Right.
Stand like this, so you'd see in when he skate, he was like this in the turn.
Yeah.
His turns were good. And his foot was right beside his other one. His turns were bad, he was like this.
Right.
So I'd always think about Johnny going like this, pushing to the side, and then coming underneath, with my hips tucked underneath.
Yeah.
That's how I always thought of my good turns were like that. I thought, okay, Johnny.
Yeah. So you were
one-footed, and then Adna.
Yeah. So you were channeling Johnny in the turns and Adna in the straights.
Anything I could do.
Yeah.
So there were a lot of good skis that had one or two little things that I liked, and I always tried to see what I could gather from those to put in my technique if it was possible.
Right.
Like Shimizu was more my size. I couldn't skate like Shimizu. I couldn't skate as fast. His arms were so fast, fully extended. I just couldn't do that. I was twisting a lot. He was just like, I still can't do it off skates, so I can't imagine on skates. But he had a longer torso than I did, so he was a little more flat back in turn, and he was a really quick pusher in the turn. I couldn't do that. I needed to get some uncovering strokes on my push.
Cool.
So I just looked at someone who did that. So.
Well, thanks, Derek.